Good day, Columbia Park scholars, staff, and families, and welcome to this marvelous motivational Monday. I just want to take this opportunity to say hello to all of you. I miss all of you. We know this has been a very trying time for all of us here, but I just wanted to reach out to you to let you know I was thinking about you and that we'll get through this thing together. I want to take this opportunity to personally thank my staff at Columbia Park for doing an outstanding job at posting assignments for our scholars to work on as they've been out. And families, I just want to thank you for your continued efforts in making sure that the learning continues for our wonderful scholars. And scholars, I want to thank you for just doing an excellent job. I know that it's been very tough in some of the things that we've been having to do over this last week, but we are all going to get through this together. And just know that you are in my thoughts. And I just wanted to reach out to you personally to say hello and to let you know of a special thing that I'm doing. So what I've decided to do is to read a story to our scholars. And I'm going to take the opportunity to read every day this week and share a video on all social media platforms. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And just to share this story with the scholars and also share some activities related to what we're reading so that they'll be able to have some time to just soak in the material and have something else to do. So families, I just thank you again. That's my dog, so please excuse him. I don't know what he's barking at right now. But anyway, he's doing his job. That's why I feed him. So anywho, but we just want to thank you so much for, again, making sure our scholars are well taken care of during this time that they're out of school. So the book that I'm going to be reading to our scholars is called The Enormous Crocodile by Roald Dahl. He is a very popular writer of children's books. And I have to put my glasses on so I can see what I'm reading here. But he is the author of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory as well as some other things. But this particular book is illustrated by Quentin Blake. And so I'm going to begin the reading of this. And again, I'm going to post some activities for our scholars to do once they hear the book. So, The Enormous Crocodile. And I'm going to try to have some activities for all of our scholars from pre-K to grade 6. So just to keep everyone motivated. So, as the story starts. In the biggest, brownest, muddiest river in Africa, 2 crocodiles lay with their heads just above the water. One of the crocodiles was enormous. The other was not so big. "Do you know what I would like for my lunch today?" the enormous crocodile asked. "No," the not so big one said. "What?" The enormous crocodile grinned, showing hundreds of sharp white teeth. "For my lunch today," he said, "I would like a nice, juicy little child." "I never eat children," the not so big one said. "Only fish." "Ho, ho, ho," cried the enormous crocodile. "I'll bet if you saw a fat, juicy little child paddling in the water over there at this very moment, you'll gulp him up in one gallop." "No, I wouldn't," the not so big one said. "Children are too tough and chewy. They're tough and chewy and nasty and bitter." So that enormous crocodile is peeking in that mud in the muddiest river in Africa, it said. "Tough and chewy?" cried the enormous crocodile. "Nasty and bitter? What awful Tommy Rotten you talk. They are juicy and yummy. They taste so bitter," the not so big one said. "You have to cover them with sugar before you can eat them." "Children are bigger than fish," said the enormous crocodile. "You get better helpings." "You are greedy," The not-so-big one said. You're the greediest croc in the whole river. I'm the bravest croc in the whole river, said the enormous crocodile. I'm the only one who dares to leave the water and go through the jungle to the town to look for little children to eat. You've only done that once, snorted the not-so-big one. And what happened then? They all saw you coming and ran away. Okay, so you can tell the difference in the size of the enormous crocodile and the not-so-big crocodile. But today when I go, they won't see me at all, said the enormous crocodile. Of course they'll see you, the not-so-big one said. You're so enormous and ugly, they'll see you from miles away. The enormous crocodile grinned again, and his terrible sharp teeth sparkled like knives in the sun. Nobody will see me, he said, because this time I've thought up secret plans and clever tricks. Clever tricks? Cried the not-so-big one. You've never done anything clever in your life. You're the stupidest croc in the whole river. I'm the cleverest croc in the whole river, the enormous crocodile answered. For my lunch today, I shall feast upon a fat, juicy little child while you lay here in the river, feeling hungry. Goodbye. The enormous crocodile swam to the side of the river and crawled out the water. A gigantic creature was standing in the slimy, oozy mud on the riverbank. It was Humpy Rumpy the hippopotamus. Oh. All right. Hello, said Humpy Rumpy. Where on earth are you off to at this time of day? I have secret plans and clever tricks, said the crocodile. Oh dear, said Humpy Rumpy. I bet you're going to do something horrid. The enormous crocodile grinned at Humpy Rumpy and said, I'm going to fill my hungry, empty tummy with some yummy, yummy, yummy. What's so yummy? Asked Humpy Rumpy. Try to guess, said the crocodile. It's something that walks on two legs. You don't mean, said Humpy Rumpy. You don't really mean you're going to eat a little child? Of course I am, said the crocodile. Oh, you horrid, greedy, scrumptious brute, cried Humpy Rumpy. I hope you get caught and cooked and turned into crocodile soup. The enormous crocodile laughed out loud at Humpy Rumpy. Then he waddled off into the jungle. Oh, this crocodile is something else. I wonder how he got that big. Do you think that he ate more children? Or maybe he's eaten something else to make him so big, because he's so much bigger than the other one. Let's continue to read. Inside the jungle, he met Trunky the elephant. Trunky was nibbling on leaves from the top of a tall tree, and he didn't notice the crocodile at first. So the crocodile bit him on the leg. Ow! Said Trunky. Oh, let me do that again. Oh! Said Trunky in his big, deep voice. Who did that? Oh, it's you. It is you, beastly crocodile. Why don't you go back to the big brown muddy river where you belong? I have secret plans and clever tricks, said the crocodile.
You mean you've got nasty plans and nasty tricks, said Trunky. You never done a nice thing in your life.
The enormous crocodile grinned up at Trunky and said, I'm off to find a yummy child for lunch. Keep listening and you'll hear the bones go crunch.
Oh, you wicked, beastly beast,
cried Trunky.
Oh, you foul and filthy fiend.
I hope you get squashed and squished and squizzled and boiled up into crocodile stew. The enormous crocodile laughed out loud and disappeared into the thick, thick jungle. Okay, I am going to stop right here for the day. So, I want you to think about what are the characters that have been introduced in the story thus far? And, I wonder how that crocodile got to be so enormous. Also, I want you to think about, there were some words in there that I used. I have to put the glasses back on. Like enormous, filthy, squizzled. Let's see, what was the other one I saw? Grumptious, brute. I wonder what those words actually mean. So, a part of your activity that you're going to complete would be to find out those answers. So you may or may not be able to find those answers right now, but we'll continue reading to find out some more. So, until tomorrow, this is to be continued. So families, I want you to follow me on social media outlets, on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at rglad2educate. There, I'm going to post some activities for you to work on with your children and also students that you can work on independently. And I want to see some of this work that you're doing. So parents, families, take a picture, tag me so I can see the great work that our scholars are doing. So until tomorrow, I want everyone to have a marvelous motivational Monday and make it a great day on purpose. See you tomorrow.